Roman Reigns returns to WWE Raw and ruins monumental steel cage match between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. The Tribal Chief is back, and it looks like a certain WrestleMania 41 triple threat match really is going to happen. CM Punk and Seth Rollins have been embroiled in a fierce and relentless rivalry that has captivated the WWE Universe for what feels like an eternity. The intensity of their feud reached new heights this week, culminating in a high-stakes steel cage match in the main event of Monday Night Raw. The match was set at New York City's Madison Square Garden, one of the most iconic venues in professional wrestling. The stakes couldn't have been higher, and the atmosphere was electric as the two WWE superstars prepared to finally settle their bitter grudge. Easier said than done. The build-up to the match had already been intense for months, as both CM Punk and Seth Rollins made no secret of their hate for each other. True to his character, Rollins worked the crowd on his way to the ring, singing and dancing to his entrance theme. Even though he was about to face his most bitter rival in a violent match, Rollins still maintained his usual theatrical flair. Once the two competitors were finally inside the cage, however, all the theatrics were put aside and the real war began. From the opening bell, both Rollins and Punk wasted no time in delivering a brutal, no-holds-barred battle. The two went back and forth, each one showing the other just how far they were willing to go to prove they were the superior wrestler. There were high-impact moves, brutal strikes, and several dramatic near falls. The crowd was on the edge of their seats as the action unfolded. Rollins had Punk on the ropes, using every trick in his book to wear down his opponent. At one point, Rollins even tried to finish Punk off with John Cena's signature move, the SDFU. However, Punk fought through the submission, refusing to give in. In turn, Punk attempted his own signature move, the GTS, but Rollins managed to kick out at the last possible second. As the match wore on, it became clear that both men were willing to push themselves to their limits. Rollins, growing increasingly frustrated, yelled at Punk that if he wanted his house, he would have to take it from him. This was the moment when Rollins turned the tables, hitting Punk with his own finishing move, the pedigree. Still, Punk refused to stay down, kicking out a near fall that sent the crowd into a frenzy. In what seemed like an endless cycle of counters and near pinfalls, both superstars were proving just how much they despised one another. Neither Rollins nor Punk wanted to win the match by simply escaping the cage door, even though they had multiple opportunities to do so. This was a battle of pride, and neither man would take the easy way out. The intensity of their hatred for each other fueled the violence and drama inside the steel structure. But then, just when it seemed like neither man could get the upper hand, the unexpected happened. Roman Reigns, the OTC, made his way into the cage. Reigns' interference turned the tide in Rollins' favor as he dragged his rival out of the cage and gave him the win. This victory was not the end of the story. However, Reigns wasn't there just to help Rollins. He had his own score to settle. The Tribal Chief delivered a crushing Superman punch, followed by a brutal spear and even his own stomp to show his dominance. The officials and security rushed to the ring to restore order, but Reigns wasn't done yet. He noticed Paul Heyman, who was tending to a beaten Punk in the ring. In a fit of rage, Reigns charged the ring once again, laying out Punk with another vicious attack. The chaos was palpable, and it was clear that Reigns was sending a message to everyone in the locker room. This shocking turn of events added fuel to the growing rumors about a potential triple threat match at WrestleMania 41, which now seems all but inevitable. With tensions rising between Reigns, Rollins, and Punk, it appears that the stage is set for a monumental showdown at the grandest stage of them all. This week's Raw left fans buzzing with excitement, eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this explosive rivalry. Roman Reigns to return with a new faction. The Fiend to help 9-time champ? 3 things WWE could be planning for Elimination Chamber 2025. WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 will air live from Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada on March 1st. This will be the company's first international premium live event in 2025 that, with the show being promoted as one of the biggest spectacles of the year, the company could be planning some big things for the show. This could be done to not only draw more eyeballs and create buzz leading to WrestleMania 41. In this piece, We will explore 3 such big things the company could be planning for March 1. The Wyatt Six were recently moved to SmackDown. However, they're yet to make their first appearance on the Blue brand. Their leader, Uncle Howdy, portrayed by Bo Dallas, has been off television ever since his loss against the Final Testament. Given Uncle Howdy was the one to eat the pin in the Wyatt Six last encounter, Bo could ditch the Howdy character to return with a more sinister version of The Fiend as a tribute to his late brother, Bray Wyatt. The Fiend could return at the Elimination Chamber to help Alexa Bliss. The Fiend could return during the Elimination Chamber PLE to reunite with his former ally, Alexa Bliss. The masked figure could help the 9-time champ. Alexa is a 3-time Raw Women's Champion, 3-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion, and 1-time 24/7 Champion. Prevail over the rest of the competition to win the EC and go on to WrestleMania. Number 2. Seth Rollins could qualify for the Elimination Chamber due to Dominic Mysterio. Seth Rollins will take on Finn Balor in a qualifying match for the Men's Elimination Chamber. The Judgment Day member won't be so easy to put away for the Visionary. However, Rollins may prevail over Balor due to Dominic Mysterio's betrayal. Balor and Mysterio have failed to get on the same page recently. The growing differences between them could result in Dirty Dom turning on his stablemate. Mysterio could betray Finn Balor during his match against Rollins to cost him an Elimination Chamber spot. Number 1. Roman Reigns could return with a new faction. As fans know, Roman Reigns was brutalized by Seth Rollins after getting eliminated by CM Punk in the Men's Royal Rumble match. The OTC has been on a hiatus since then. However, he may make a surprise appearance at EC with a new faction. With both Punk and Rollins likely to be in the Men's Chamber match, Roman Reigns could return to exact revenge on the duo at the event. The OTC could return with a new faction, featuring Paul Heyman and Tama Tonga's half-brother, Hikuleo. Hikuleo has been rumored to debut in the company shortly, and he could show up with Roman Reigns to take out CM Punk and Seth Rollins. WWE News and Rumor Roundup. Major superstar will never wrestle again due to back issues. Latest on Roman Reigns. Asuka makes serious request. Welcome to the WWE News and Rumor Roundup for February 9th, 2025. In today's edition, we'll look at topics about Roman Reigns and Asuka Plus, the latest on talent releases, and more. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 4. New details on WWE releases. WWE recently released Cedric Alexander, Paul Ellering, Akam, Rezar, and Blair Davenport. Sonya Deville was reportedly informed that her contract would not be extended. Unfortunately, 4 more stars have been let go. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Giovanni Vinci, and Isla Dawn are no longer part of World Wrestling Entertainment. According to Fightful Select, Anderson is in good spirits about the situation despite being injured, while the focus is also on Isla Dawn. No one in the company has reportedly said anything about whether her tag team partner,